Here are the top 3 blockers to AI adoption in healthcare and what to do about them. First of all is unintended training. This happens when a generative AI model learns sensitive data, such as protected health information, from inputs provided to it, and then is later able to regurgitate that same information to an unauthorized user. What do you do about it? Well, tools like ChatGPT, which train continuously on their inputs, present a risk here. But the OpenAI Application Programming Interface, or API, does not train by default on anything that you provide to it. So if you combine that with a business associate agreement with OpenAI, which they do offer, you can comply with HIPAA regulations regarding the treatment of protected health information. All right, number 2 is excessive data retention. This happens when, even if an AI provider is not training on the information you give to it, if it's just sitting around potentially indefinitely, that creates substantial risk. It creates a cybersecurity risk because a malicious actor could hack that data and cause a data breach as a result. Additionally, it's possible that employees at the company itself could intentionally or even unintentionally be exposed to that sensitive, potentially patient information when they're doing abuse monitoring or even troubleshooting the application. So some things that you can do are explore OpenAI's zero data retention offering, which they do provide to some healthcare providers, as well as if you're using Microsoft Azure, their OpenAI service has an abuse monitoring opt-out option, which will prevent the service from retaining any of your data whatsoever. All right, number 3 is sensitive data generation. This occurs when an AI model combines data that seems innocent or innocuous, but when put together using the logic of the model will allow it to generate sensitive information. So for example, patient diagnoses, identifiable information like name, social security number, date of birth, things like that. Now, this is still an emerging risk and there aren't clear mitigations for it right now, but some potential options include things like machine unlearning, which is essentially fine-tuning a model to prevent it from providing certain types of responses, as well as pseudonymization and anonymization. So with pseudonymization, the data is protected in a way that obscures the identity of the person it's associated with, but in a non-permanent way. And then with anonymization, the data is permanently treated in such a way that it is impossible to tie it back to the original subject of that data. So those are some options for dealing with the issue of sensitive data generation. And to recap, the top 3 issues blocking AI adoption in healthcare are 1, unintended training, 2, excessive data retention, and then 3, sensitive data generation. Thanks a lot and look forward to seeing you on the next episode of Deploy Securely.